Hello everyone, welcome back. In this section, I will show you how to work with static files. So without wasting time, let's dive right into it. So right now, what we need to do is we need to create a directory that will house our static files. Remember, we said that static files are files such as CSS, JavaScript, and images. So in this section, I will show you how to work with CSS. So here, as you can see, come here to the top project folder. Here we have two the same directories for the project. So just click here and then right click and then create directory. So to create this directory, just say static. That's perfect. So it's under project. So your static files are going to be housed under your project folder. So within this folder, we need to right click and create another directory for the CSS files. So let's just say CSS. So inside the CSS file, let's just create another folder and then create a file, which is a CSS file. And let's just say website.css. Perfect. So we've created our CSS file, right? So in this CSS file, then I think we are going to come back later. So that's how you need to do it. So let's just add another folder, another directory, the image directory, or we can just say img. Perfect. So this is where we are going to drag and drop our images, right? That's perfect. So having said that, let's go on to the base template. So we need to add the link that we've just created to for CSS. So we are going to use this tag to load the CSS to this base template. So just say static and just say CSS and this just say website.css and then close tag. That's perfect. So this is how you add your CSS file. So this is a bit different from the way you do it when you are working with HTML only in CSS. So that's perfect. So now what we need to do is we need to input our content in a content block or in a block container, right? So let's just do that. So let's create a block here. So let's create a div and it's gonna be a class because we are going to use it more often, and then we give it a class container. So then let's just copy and paste, cut this and paste it there, and let's just give this an indentation. Perfect. So that's cool. Now we need to style this container. So to style this, we need to go back to our CSS. So as you know, in your CSS course, you just say, if you are dealing with a class, you start with this point. So you just put the name of the class that you want to style, and we need to make our div responsive. So we need to set the width of the div to 80%. Right, we also need to give the margin of the div to auto. So that's perfect. So now let's just take a look and see if this has worked. So this is supposed to apply to all our pages. So let's run save and take a look if it has worked. So let's just click here. Perfect. As you can see, our div container has worked. So what the div container does is it adds 16 pixels from the left even to the right side. So it adds it's padding, right? So in other words, previously you were seeing that our content was right here on this edge, but now that we have styled our container, our content is moved from this margin to this to the inside. So this is padding, right? It adds 16 pixels padding to the inside. So yeah, that's it. So let's just test if other pages are doing the same. So let's just test with contact. As you can see, it is applied to all the pages. So this is all that I wanted you to see and appreciate. So thank you, and see you in the next